It's the biggest party of the year. Some of the notable guests we ran into: director Steven Spielberg, Secretary Leon Panetta, and actor George Clooney. But it was comedian Dave Chappelle doing behind the scenes around this year's White House Correspondents' dinner festivities. I got a chance to ask him. It's a night the President, First Lady joined the nation's journalists along with celebrities, athletes, politicians, newsmakers to poke a little fun at themselves. It is the annual White House Correspondents Association dinner. This year it was hosted by comedian Jimmy Kimmel. It's affectionately nicknamed the Nerd Prom, and it often generates some controversial headlines the next morning, depending on who's doing the roasting. Also gives the president a chance to show a lighter side, sometimes zing his opponents. One of the highlights for me was finding the missing comedian, Dave Chappelle. He was searching for a ticket to the dinner earlier in the weekend. He ended the festivities leading a Soul Train line with actress Rosario Dawson in an after party that wrapped up at about 4 in the morning. He tells me he's been in Ohio on a ranch with his family, including a 3-year-old daughter that he's had since he has dropped out of the spotlight. I want to show a couple of pictures that we got here. I know we showed, it was a little bizarre, right, to discover Dave Chappelle the night before with a backpack, and he didn't have an invite, so he was looking for an invite. I caught up with him the next day at an after party. You see us there, and he actually gave me a couple of his tickets, so we could we went in with a little group in that after party, and they ended up at the end, you know, late into the night. Rosario Dawson, she stole the show at the Italian embassy with a dress that everybody was talking about, and also had a chance to see some folks. Woody Harrelson as well. You and I were both there, I think, during that garden brunch before. Oh yeah. When we chatted him up a little bit with his wife, and David Arquette was really very sweet. He was one of these folks who talked about his passion, and one of his passions, he says, is bringing arts back into the schools, and so we're kind of hoping that he's going to talk to us about that on the show. And the Kardashians, you know, they got a little flack there for even showing up. They were invited by our rival network, and the president went after them a little bit, saying, "Oh, why are they so famous?" And there you see Eva Longoria, really a good time. She talks about voting rights for Latinos, and so she's going to be on as well. So just a good time. I mean, didn't disappoint at all. And to have you as my, you know, you and I, table mates. That just made it easy. I was honored, and I got to say, you were talking about other people's dresses. Your dress was just beautiful. You looked absolutely fabulous on Saturday night. Oh, thank you, Paul. That's so nice. That's so sweet. I had such a great time. It was a good time, and thank God it just happens once a year, because I really can't hang. I don't know about you, but I can't do that more than once a year. All right, good to see you, Paul.